everybody, and welcome to A1R Psychic Radio and also Moonstruck TV. I'm Rayleen, Kable, your host today, and welcome to Soul Talk. And what a week I've had. Wow. Talking about Soul Talk, it's been amazing. I've just had the most beautiful, inspirational week of connections and connecting with some amazing souls out there. I hope you're having a fantastic week because I'm having a beautiful one. And it's still quite cold here in little sunny Sydney. It's sunny but cold. So, today I'm looking forward to taking a caller. I'm also wanting just to share a little bit of love. I think we're all needing that little bit of love at the moment, and how better to do it than on air with all of you beautiful people. Like I was saying, this week's been amazing. I've had an amazing week with connections. I've accomplished so many beautiful things, and I must share this. This is one of my absolutely beautiful things to share with you all, is I've actually created my first healing video for children. So that will all be on all my, you'll see it, I actually have advertised it on my Facebook, but also on my website. So we can talk about all that stuff later. More importantly, I want to know how you're feeling and how you're going. I think, we've had here in Australia, it's still quite cold. I'm sure in other parts of the world it's quite warm. And I hope whatever you're doing, that you're really doing it with mindfulness. I feel the most important thing at the moment for all of us is to love one another. That's the most important thing. And I wrote something earlier. I like to write all these little beautiful quotations, and I do that purely to help people, one, to find their strength, two, to find their courage, and three, to remember that we are so much more than what we sometimes think we are. The reason I call my show Soul Talk is because we are all that and more. And I think the most important thing is that when you realize that you are more than your body, more than your mind, and can create so much more, it allows you to come back into the world and feel like you can contribute and find your way and find your path. And I think this is one of the most important things at the moment, is that, we just remember the simplest things. I can sit outside, and anybody that knows me, I love trees, really love trees, and just sit and be amongst the trees. And I'm not, I have to be honest, I'm a very down-to-earth person, so it might sound airy-fairy saying that, but I actually really do make sure that I ground and connect myself with what's around me, the trees, the grass, the birds, whatever be, wherever I go, I allow myself to really feel the presence of where I'm at and where I am and what surrounds me. And instead of feeling, I guess in a shopping center it can feel very different because there's a lot of different energy, but I really allow myself to become one in the moment of really feeling what's around me, but not being affected by everything. Obviously we have choices. We can make that choice to feel something in a positive way or a negative way. Myself personally, you don't need me to tell you, because I think but I really choose to see the good and the positive, and to feel the best of the experience around me, and not to really label it or judge it. So what I would suggest for the week is to really just allow yourself to be beautiful, and to feel what surrounds you, and to feel safe in that surrounding. And if you don't feel safe, obviously don't be there. I say to people, it's really important to know what's good for you and what's not. What we listen to, is it good for us or is it not? So we have that choice and free will to, at any moment in our lives, be able to switch something off or switch it on. And when people come into that knowing and remember, their soul will remind your soul's amazing. Every one of your souls out there is absolutely amazing. Don't forget that, and don't forget to call it in. Okay, I'm going to let my soul guide my day. I'm going to let my soul give me whatever inspiration or passion, whatever it is. I'm going to let my soul do that. I'm not going to listen to the mind chatter. I'm not going to listen to what everybody else says. I'm going to listen to my own beautiful, unique, amazing soul. And when we do that, we start to find things that we thought we lost some time ago. So it's really important just to keep that space of, I'm here. This is what's happening. We're doing it, and really trusting that beautiful inner soul. So I've got lots of things doing. For those of you who okay, we were just about ready to do some beautiful things with a caller shortly. So I think we might even take Tammy from Alberta. Oh, happy birthday! Happy
Oh,
birthday,
thank you.
Tammy Lee. And how are you today, my darling?
Old.
Oh,
No.
may I speak?
Good. I'm doing good. I'm
Oh,
so thankful and grateful that you accepted my call.
aren't you beautiful? And it's really lovely to connect with you. You have got a beautiful soul, by the way. And how can I help you today, my love?
I just curious, like on relationships and I don't know, life in general. Like,
Okay, yeah.
if you can,
Well,
like,
yeah. Well,
it's
I'm
just been
too
hard
excited.
because like my dad passed
to
away
speak up.
recently and everything, so it's just like, and it's like being single
Got
and
a lot
trying to help out my two daughters, and just
going.
it's
Oh,
just hard.
sweetheart, every yeah, and deepest condolences for your loss, sweetheart. But may I say, it's a time right now where when we retake the time just to be in our own space. And I think with everything going on, you're trying to be a strength for everybody else. And the truth is, from what I'm being shown very clearly, is that you are tired, on very much every level. So please just be a little bit more I guess, soul nurturing, be nurturing of your soul and what your soul needs right now in respects to how you're moving through the grief and the loss of your dad. And it's interesting because I feel like, I laid some cards out for you prior to, just to let you know, sweetheart. And, you have this, normally you would have this beautiful ability to be able to see beyond a lot of things and go, okay, that fits into place. But Spirit's showing me that you haven't really had a lot of time because you've been looking after everybody else, which I think is beautiful, and it's what we call true compassion. But right now, and even can I have your father's name, please? Because he's here, but I can hear him quite clearly, and it's like he's already giving you a hug before I even say it. Can I have your father's name, please, Tammy Lee?
Yeah, there was Tom.
Sorry, can you say that again?
Oh, it was Tom. Tom.
Tom, okay, and but it's funny when you said Tom. I also got like Tommy. So who called him Tommy? Who called your dad Tommy? Is that his mother that called
Oh,
him
my
Tommy?
grandma did. No, my grandma did.
Yeah, yeah, and grandma's on the other side as well. Is that correct, honey?
Yep, that's his
Yeah,
mom.
yeah. Yeah, and they're together, sweetheart. I have to let you know that they're together, and they're very much looking after each other. He's fine, sweetheart. He loves you all so much. He doesn't want it to be so hard for you, and he understands this is part of what you have to go through. He says the kids are going to be okay. Everyone's going to be okay. He's trying to give you an opportunity to realize that everyone's going to get through this. So he's trying to take some of that burden that you've put on your shoulders. He's trying to lift that for you a little bit, sweetheart. Okay. He loves you all so very much, and he knows everything that you've been doing. He knows, he sees absolutely everything. But he's not alone, and he's not scared, and he's safe, and he's with family. He wants you to know that. And I think most importantly, he also wants you to know he says to you've got to look after your health. Are you not eating well at the moment or sleeping well?
Oh, just yeah. I work overnight, so I never sleep well. I like take naps
Yeah.
here and there.
Yeah, oh, you sweetheart, because he's kind of like saying, look after yourself. It's really important that you look after yourself and nurture that side. He says it's been very busy. He says it's been very busy on the other side there. So there's been a lot of, he says there's a lot of welcoming. He had a lot of people welcome him when it was his time. Are you still there, love?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I'm also being shown that, it's interesting. It's time to, I feel like he's telling me to tell you to be out in the sun or to be out in the sun more. Does that make, it's really bizarre, but it's almost like he's saying you need to be out in nature a little bit more. You need to feel, I don't know, maybe it's the earth's energy that's going to help you a little bit at the moment. Also, I've got very strongly that he says there's been a lot going on for you, and also that there's been a bit of travel. So have you been traveling?
No, I've like been meaning to, but just been working so much that I haven't really taken time to
Yeah,
do
well,
that.
yeah, and he's saying to take the time to do what you need to do for you, and maybe traveling is one of those things. It's interesting because when you talk about relationship, I feel there's a little bit of stress around it at the moment. Is that correct?
Is what's that?
A little bit of
What'd
stress
you say?
around your current. Sorry, is there a
Oh,
little bit of stress?
yeah. Yeah. I just kind of just, I don't know, I just, the person I was seeing wasn't wanting to be super serious, and I just kind of dismissed him just not too long ago
Yeah,
because it's just, I just got tired of it. Like, I want something serious and concrete, and, it's
yeah,
just, I
and
don't want somebody that's,
yeah, and
I'm
that's the
getting too
truth. I mean,
old to play games.
yeah. I wouldn't say old, but you are definitely at that stage on your soul's journey where true love and commitment and loyalty and all those things are what your soul's needing at
Yeah.
this point in time. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just feel your part of your grief as well is part of that as losing dad, but also losing somebody who couldn't make that commitment. But I have to be honest with you, sweetheart. I feel that all that old energy is going. It's like I'm being shown it's all lifting, and you've got just like. The best way to describe it's like a ray of sunshine coming through. Do you know what I mean? So I see a beautiful sense of the sun coming in, people coming in, the right people coming in. I do see a more permanent thing happening within this next 6 months. So between now and the year's end, I do feel you're going to meet someone who's really beautiful and very, very attentive. So I feel this person will be very focused on you and your needs and where you're going and what's good for you. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like they're going to be very,
Yeah.
very attentive in that way. I also have to say, I do feel dad is helping. So your father will be, excuse me, helping on from the other side. And I get a very strong sense. And you'll know this. He says you will know this. It will be like you'll just look up and go, "Thanks, Dad." So I just feel like
Oh.
that your father has been the one, and I think it will be the type of person that you if Dad was still here to see him, that you go, "Oh yeah, Dad would approve." And I really do feel that your father will be helping this person come into your auric field or your energy and to meet you. I also feel financially, don't stress too much. I feel you worry a little bit too much around finances when you don't need to, because you've got that beautiful innate ability to be able just to make it work. Do you know what I mean? So you're working
Yeah, of course.
harder. Yeah, you're working very hard at the moment. I can see that. So it's like, you can still get things done without it exhausting you. And that's the key there, honey. But your father's very, very connected with family on the other side. He loves you all very, very much. I hope that's helped, darling. Was there anything else before we move on?
Yeah. No, I mean that was everything I could have hoped to hear for a birthday present.
Oh,
So
oh,
really
I
appreciate
hope you
that
have
so
a
much.
beautiful birthday. What have you got plans for the day? Have you decided what you're doing for your
No,
birthday?
just been taking it easy. I'm mostly concerned about like my daughters and stuff because like one's already she's graduated college, but she's still kind of struggling and getting direction, and my younger one, she's really smart and stuff. I'm just so concerned about them. Are you sure the cards say? Is there anything I can do? The cards say that I can do to help help them in the right direction.
Darling, yeah, I love that. That's beautiful. Your children first, and I think that's gorgeous. And what I want to say to you is, I do believe you are absolutely beautiful mother. So please don't stress. You're doing a fantastic job. What I am feeling is, they're at that age, unfortunately, and I must say this for everyone listening, our younger generation have really felt the pinch of the last few years. So, I guess stability is the most important thing they need to have from us as parents, is that, for us to be in our strength and to be able to, move forward confidently. That will help them to move forward confidently. For yourself, Tammy Lee, you're going through quite a transition, sweetheart, and that's totally understandable. You've not faltered in any way. Just reassurance. I think most important for you, both your daughters, they're both very bright and they're both beautiful girls. And I think you
Yeah.
again, you giving them the confidence and the reassurance, because right now, everything's still settling down. Does that make sense? Things are still finding their place again in the world, everywhere, all around the world. And I think if they can find confidence in themselves, in taking some steps that, if it's not right, they always have choice and free will. And I think that's one of the greatest gifts we can give our children at the moment, is to remind them that, right now it's a beautiful time to explore, and, you have choice and free, and remind them they have that. Because sometimes when our children have studied so hard for something and it seems a little bit hard to get into, we can forget, you know what I mean? And so then we feel stuck because we forget that we've got choice and free will. So just a gentle reminder
Yeah.
for both of you would be absolutely beautiful with that, and just giving them confidence and reassurance. You're doing a fantastic job, Tammy Lee, I must say, and you'll see what I'm saying. They'll both find their feet within this next 2 months, 2 to 3 months. So you'll find that they'll both be very happily, merrily on their way doing their thing, and you'll be going, now I can relax. But you, honestly, as a mother, they couldn't have asked for a better mother, sweetheart. So, and just make sure you look after yourself, darling, because you really have been, pushing it on every level for everyone. And it's time to give back to you now.
Right. Okay. Thank you so
I
much.
hope I've really got, darling. And thank you for calling in to me. Have a beautiful
Yeah,
birthday,
thank you.
sweetheart.
All right.
Hey. So thank you again, Tammy Lee. What a beautiful, and it's Tammy Lee's birthday. So can everyone send out a beautiful happy birthday to beautiful Tammy Lee? I think it's lovely when we can feel that love and that energy coming from all around the world. And, if it is your birthday and I haven't got to take your call, I wish you a happy birthday. And I hope you have the most beautiful, divine, soul, beautiful day. Yeah. So, okay, we've got, that time goes fast, so fast. And I've had a lovely time already. And, just connecting with Tammy Lee and her beautiful father and grandmother, it reminds me as a medium how important it is to really remember that when we think our loved ones aren't there from spirit, they really are, and we can just, really, if we take the time, do a little bit of meditation, be in that stillness, and just put that beautiful heart energy out to our loved ones in the spirit world, we can really feel and connect with them. And as a medium, I've loved my life. I love my life, as you can see. Absolutely love my life and love being here and assisting people. But I have so much love and respect for the spirit world, because, people often say, Rayleen, how do you know this and how do you know that? Well, it's just, I've not known it. So it's not like I've always been there. But that takes work. Hence to say why, Soul Talk is here now for you guys to be a part of. And my hope in doing this wonderful show for you is that you open up little bit by little bit. Some of you may accelerate. Some of you may take your time. Some of you may need to do a little bit of research and in understanding. If you're the first time listening to my show or any of the shows, it's not easy sometimes, because we talk about chakras and we talk about crystals and we talk about, paranormal. We talk about all those things. And if you're new to the show, anyone's show, it's very hard. So, always use discernment, always do a little bit of research if you're not sure about certain things. When I talk about souls, I want to talk to your souls because your souls are gorgeous. I won't be able to talk to your personalities because, in truth, when I connect on a soul level with people. So I just love you all. I think you're all amazing, and I'm so, let's say, I'm so grateful to be alive in times like now. This is a time where we're all really opening up again. We're all remembering what we're here to do, what our purpose is. And, some people say, what is my purpose, Rayleen? And I go, well, your purpose is maybe exactly what you're doing right now. You don't have to be a celebrity. You don't have to do this and do that to be living your purpose. You may be a fantastic cook in your kitchen, and people, when they come, they enjoy your food. That may be your purpose, to be a wonderful host and a wonderful cook and a wonderful healer through your cooking. So there's so many ways that we are living our purpose. And I guess the truth is, when we live authentically true to ourselves, well, foremost, we have to be true to ourselves first. We can't be true to everybody else if we can't live in our own truth. So knowing yourself and being that beautiful soul that you are and allowing your soul to be your guiding force, that is the key. That is the key to really exploring who you are and what you're capable of, and the unlimited abundance that's around us all. So this is a beautiful time. It's a beautiful time to be alive, beautiful time to share, to connect, and to love one another, and to really, really love one another. I always sit back and count my blessings, as I say. If you see any of my writings, everything's namaste, as I love to do, and that's honouring my path, but also the path of those who cross paths with me. I just wish sometimes I could be travelling the world to see some of you beautiful people. And one day, hopefully in the very near future, I will. But for now, this is a beautiful way to keep connected, a beautiful way to stay true to each other, And I love the callers. When you call in, it's absolutely beautiful to connect with you. And I know those of you that I will never maybe talk to, but thank you. I thank you for taking the time to be a part of my show. And I know I keep saying we're going to talk about different topics, but I get so excited just to talk to you all. But we may even do a little bit of a talk next week on how we can. I'll work on that. I'm very spontaneous. I don't script anything. Maybe I should, but all I know is that there's a beautiful, beautiful universe out there, and we all have an opportunity to be a part of its abundance and its nurturing, and we co-create. Everybody, we're all helping each other, whether or not we're conscious of it or not. We're all playing our role, and how we play that is really determines that you determine that. I know I want to be a positive aspect in the world. I want to help the community, all communities, in whatever way I can. So maybe think about that. Think on that one. What would you like to do to contribute to your consciousness, to your world, to the world around you, and to your neighbouring, community? And because sometimes when we think beyond ourselves, we really do open and expand that energy. And when we expand that energy, we expand that love and that true compassion. Compassion comes in the most simplest form sometimes. And as I always say to people, have a little smile. Sometimes just smiling can make a person's day. Just stopping and asking, are you okay? If you see somebody in need, the little things in life are often the big things that make amazing changes. And be gentle on yourself as well. People sometimes are so very loving to others, but forget to nurture their own soul, and that's wonderful, but it's not good in the long run. So look after you. Your vessel, which is your body, is we've got to look after it, because it's like that's what gets us around. But our soul is the most important aspect to who we really are. So look after that. Look after those you love, and look after Mother Nature and the animal kingdom. They're all playing their role, and it's amazing. I live on property out here, and I'm so blessed just to be able to connect with the spiders and flies, and we have flies here in Australia. and all the creatures out there. And last night I saw a wombat crossing the road. He was so big, I couldn't believe it. But I never forget those things because everything has its role. Everything plays its part, and it's when we forget that. And so if we're, in an environment where we're not nurturing it, it's going to have a negative effect. If we nurture it, it's going to be loving and supportive. So, I just think you're all amazing. I know that this week's going to be a beautiful Bobby Dazzler, a Bobby Dazzler week for you all. And if it's not, make it, create that. Create the space that you want to have. Talk to your soul. Let your soul know, hey, soul, you're in charge today, not the ego, not the mind. I'm going to let my soul guide my way. And you might be surprised what you, get done and create and be a part of. But, you have choice and free will. Remember that. Choice and free will is the way to knowing where you need to be next. And I'm going to wrap this up very soon, but I love you all, and I can't thank you enough for all the time and energy that you put in to watch my show, to be a part of my show. Whatever you do in the world, wherever you are, just be happy and be happy to be you. I think you're amazing. You know you're amazing, but I'm just going to remind you. And I always look forward to seeing you at my next show. So to all the crew out there, and you know who you are, thank you so very much for your love and energy in creating this amazing show. I always look forward to seeing you. Same time, same place, same channel. I'm sounding really silly, aren't I? But yeah, it's the end of the show. So I want to say I love you all, and thank you. And it wouldn't be the same if I didn't do what I do every show. This is my namaste. But namaste is for you and your journey. So may you have peace, love, good health, and wealth on your journey. Namaste, everybody. See you next week. Same time, same place. Thank you.